Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to everyone coming in the chat. Shout out to everybody that came yesterday. I am so sorry for rescheduling. Please forgive me. Oh my goodness. I see V Bennett was in the building. What's the word? Queen was in the building. Shout out to everybody coming through. Peace and blessings to everyone. Peace and blessings. I hope everybody's week has gone by so far good. Everyone's healthy. Everyone's happy. Everyone is growing with some inner peace within. Don't let the YouTube streets, consume you. Power to everyone. Peace and blessings. I know everybody has been seeing what's been going on, right? I know I'm not the only one that's been, staying in tune and everything of what's been happening these past few days with with Robert and Kevin and Toya and Don and the content creators and everything that's been going on. Raw Truth, thank you for coming through, Queen. Shout out to you. Peace and blessings, Queen. I wanted to play a little catch up. You guys, let's first and foremost, let's have everything in our hearts for everything that took place in Florida these last couple of weeks for Florida with the hurricane. It's been quite traumatic, having two hurricanes back to back has not been easy. So, everyone, keep a prayer out for our people in Florida. Much love to them and recovery from the impact and the journeys that they may have to face. We are all in this together. We are all one. Shout out to the strength and the encouragement for them. And let's all just keep them in our minds, keep them in our thoughts, keep them in our prayers. Shout out to everybody coming through. Lisa, shout out to you, Queen, for coming through. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've been looking back at a lot of the comments that I've been receiving, y'all. Thank you so much for the love. For some of the commenters who are, not necessarily easily receptive to my perspective, that is totally fine with me. I am not against oppositional thoughts. I understand and I respect that everybody has viewpoints. To me, it's not a side or either or type of decision. So I'm definitely not against that. One person was stating how Robert was a narcissist. That is her perspective. That is fine with me if you view that way. Whatever gets you to that point to see that, I cannot take that from you. That is not my point, and that is not what I'm trying to do. On my channel, I am only sharing my perspective as I view just as much as you view. Another person, she feels as if, I don't know everything, and this is how things get started. And I can understand, a lot of people, they have a lot of aggression when it comes to things. So, of course, the automatic response is with offense. And I can understand that. But Angie is not trying to, start a rumble or whatever the case may be. I just want to give my perspective. Shout out to everybody who utilizes their voice. And that's what I'm doing here on my end. If anybody feels different to my perspective, there is no hindrance over here to speak your voice, because I respect that we have voices. I just ask that we do it all in, the same for each other. All of the content creators, they have their voices. I'm not going to word battle with these people. They feel how they want to feel, and I can feel how I want to feel. And I think that that's fair for everyone to feel how they want to feel. Gloria, thank you for coming through, Queen. Raw Truth Angie, this my new channel says, okay. Oh, to disconnect from the saga, I'll be doing fitness. And I'm definitely tuning in, Queen. I'm definitely tuning in. I will be posting all my travel vlogs that I have on my person. Yes, and I'm definitely coming through. Peace and blessings to all of you beautiful people. I also had another commenter who asked me if I was trying to be a pick me for Kevin Wesley. Now, see, a lot of people have taken this comment very offensive, and I can understand why. It's very offensive when you want to speak your perspective, and the automatic assumption is because you have an interior motive or whatever the case may be. But I have grown to look at this in a positive outlook. They think that Kevin is handsome, and they think that I am beautiful. I'm okay with both. Okay. So, but no, I am not a pick me. I'm not in this to be a pick me. I don't want a man from this, from the internet or the perspective or anything like that. Any relationships or friendships that I grow, whether it be online or offline, you know, it's not to be picked. Okay. Women and men can have friendships, relationships, forms of communications without trying to have personal forms of relationships like that. Whatever the case may be, I think for the queen, we have to elevate our thought process and stop seeing everything from such an elementary point of view, y'all, because everything is not that small. Kevin has two beautiful wives, and they all have children together and a grandbaby together. They have a beautiful unit. I myself have a partner that I have been with for a long time, and we are all happy in our own respectful places. And because I am a respectful person, I only ask that everybody respects me in that position, in that form. Okay, because I'm not here to be in any relationship with anybody's man, anybody's girl, or whatever the case may be. We have to evolve, y'all, as a people. We got to stop thinking so small minded and become mature adults, become a community again. Okay. Upper, thank you for coming through, Queen. Clock it with Critical. Thank you for coming through, Queen. Open book. Thank y'all for coming through. Peace and blessings to y'all, beautiful queens coming through. You guys have dynamic channels. Thank you, Upper, so much. I want to say this to you, Queen. I really do appreciate this moment that we having, because I know that meeting me or getting to know me, in such strenuous times in particular areas, sometimes it can cause a strain. But this right here to me, of us being able to communicate and socialize, this to me shows power. It shows growth, and I definitely respect that from you. And I definitely respect a lot of the content creators that been coming through. You get what I'm saying? And my heart is truly humbled. um shout out to all of you. Dee Dee Brockington, shout out to you, Dee Dee. Thank you for coming through, Queen. I almost missed your comment. Thank you for coming through. Thanks to everyone that's coming through. I really, really appreciate this time and space. Um, where everyone, my channel, I don't want any beefs. I don't want any problems. I want to grow and learn too, because I too have had moments where I was not great. So nobody is perfect, and nobody, is incapable of falling short. And I too have fallen short and have misplaced judgment, and and I've spoken harshly, and I've done things that wasn't necessarily okay either. So I thank everyone for their grace for me, and I hope, everybody as a whole, we all just one day, start to see things from a better viewpoint, so we can all have growth within ourselves. And I'm going to start that with myself, and I definitely appreciate everybody for giving me the space to do that. Raw Truth says, Angie, I love how you stand 10 toes down for Kevin and never switch up. I'll be honest, I am not a Kevin Wesley supporter at all, and I am a Robert supporter, but I love how you support him 1,000%. You're a real one. Thanks, Queen. I tell people, humble me. Thank you for coming through, Queen. Thank you. Shout out to you for coming through, Mama. I tell people all the time, when Dimples, thank you for coming through, Queen. When I first ran into Kevin Wesley's content, I was on a spiritual journey. You know, I grew up in the church, and, you know, my mom, she made sure we went to church every Sunday growing up. You know, we never missed a beat. So, you know, as an adult, you know, I wanted to get into, you know, learning myself, learning the truth for myself. And um, I bought a lot of books. I ran into a lot of different forms of information, you know, studying alchemy and things of the sort, and different forms of religion, you know. And I ran into quite a few people on the internet that were speaking in the topic of enlightenment and spirituality. And that is how I ran into Kevin Wesley. And his information has been so powerful, and it has helped me so much in my life. And that is my real intent for why I stand for Kevin Wesley, because his heart speaks through his information. And I know that he is not the person that has been painted out as a bad person. I know this information because his spirit is through his information, his content. It's of wisdom, it's of knowledge, you know. And it definitely did a lot for my life. And I truly appreciate what he's done for my life. And I'll never forget that, because it helped me to be who I am today. You know, who I am today is for certain who I am, and not what I thought I was before. Shelly, thank you for coming through, Queen. Brother V, thank you for coming through, King. Shout out to all the people in the building. Shout out to all of you beautiful people. Yes, so I definitely, you know, I looked into his information, and while I was on my spiritual journey, it just so happened that I came across, you know, the topic of LaTruth and his brother and what he was going through with the divorce. And this is how I came into it, you know, getting to see his information, you know, getting to see Lacey's as well. And seeing Jamie Lou Pog. Shout out to you, Queen. Thank you for coming through. Oh, I got some beautiful content creators in the building. I really appreciate you guys. My heart is truly humbled every time. Every time I see you beautiful people, I really appreciate it so much. I value it more than words can express. Um but when I was looking into his information, and he was one of the content creators that I would look at all the time. Him and Bobby Hemmett, and it was a couple of other content creators, but they weren't necessarily on the major road of enlightenment. They had, you know, little small topics within enlightenment. So, you know, I always give Bobby Hemmett and Kevin Wesley the credit for the full intent of enlightenment. Um, because they're the when they speak, the subject that they speak, it's in the aspect that you can take with all of the topics, if that makes sense, you know. And so that's basically where I found myself watching Kevin Wesley's information. And being on social media, I never looked into like personal videos, personal views, but I definitely, when I came across this, I'm like, oh my goodness. But y'all, I know y'all been watching it and seeing what's been going on. And of course, I wanted to give my little, you know, perspective on things. And you know, with time, things do make turn around. So we can definitely, you know, talk about that too. Um, what Open Book done started so since Open Book in the building. But y'all, I was looking at I know everybody's seen it with Amora and Jeannie. And of course they were talking about, you know, Kevin and Robert and Don and Toya, and I think Todd, Internet Sisters brother, you know, he made another, you know, another visit to the saga. And I think I came in on the mix when they basically were, you know, um, you know, talking smack about, I guess Don was talking about them. So, you know, they wanted to say, oh, well, they talking about us, they talking about us. But here's the thing that they all need to understand. This family was talked about first, okay? And not only were they talked about first, but they were talked about a lot, A lot. You get what I'm saying? Um, Jeannie has definitely talked about this family a lot, and Amora has talked about this family a lot. Okay, so of course, with the family, wanting to, have things, they want to say their piece too, and with every right. I think everybody should understand that, and if they don't, then I don't think that they're playing fair in this point. But I wanted to highlight how Todd was like, basically asking for a male figure to come, like a brother or something. And so Kevin came. And before you know it, Todd was, I'm out of here. I'm out of here, and to me it was like, well, you asked for him and he came, but you walked away. And then, of course, Jeannie, she feels like she wasn't being disrespectful to her brother, but she was, because the argument wasn't between two women, it was between two men. I'm very grateful. I've heard that Todd did apologize or whatever, and what I can grasp, because I didn't see the apology, what I can my own opinion is, I'm thinking that he probably realized how consumed he was becoming in the moment. And yes, talked about like dogs. Yes, Upper talked about like dogs, just mistreated in the worst way. Lady Love, thank you for coming through, Queen. Is that Sherry? Thank you for coming through, Sherry. Blessings to you, Queen. And you know, and we all come to this understanding that it's not necessarily about the information or anything like that. They're basically trying to make a profit off of it. I think everybody has realized that. So there's no need to basically be as distraught as we were in the beginning. Like, how could people actually do something like this when they'll continue to show us that they can, and they will. Gloria, peace and blessings to you, Queen. Thank you for coming through. Shout out to everybody in the building. But I just wanted to see that. I just wanted to express that moment, because I feel like, and this is just my assumption, I feel like Todd might have had a moment where he realized, like, this is too much, man. Like, it just don't make no sense. Like, it just doesn't make sense, and I hope that, he might have the right conversation with Jeannie and tell her, like, look, you can do so much with your time. You don't have to dwell in this type of behavior, And Danny, thank you for coming through. Thank you so much, Queen. And it's time out for such level of ignorance, because in one moment she'll say, well, they can't get mad because we talking about them, we just talking. But then as soon as they talk back, then they wrong. You're not gonna disrespect my brother and everything, but you involved them. And see, and I want to talk about this because a lot of toxic women do this, where they are so into themselves that they don't realize the problems that they cause for others, and then they involve others, and then they create chaos for others. And this is how a lot of our men end up either deceased or in jail, because following up with the emotions of the females in their lives. And that, to me, has to stop. Raw Truth says, to be honest, I don't think Todd really wanted to drag the family. It was his sister trying to egg him on to do it. Exactly. Instigation. He was saying, let me scroll back up some. He was saying he loved his black queens, and he even said Dawn was beautiful when she was bigger. And that could, and that most definitely probably did happen too. And I agree. And I think Todd was, like, let's be bigger than this internet bull, because it doesn't make sense. And I could respect him for that. Because in the moment when he asked for the male to come up, I was kind of disappointed, because you walked away, but that is the thing that you asked for. And I think what might have hit Todd was, this is a lot more serious than I thought it was. And this is actually real people that's being talked about. And I necessarily wouldn't agree for it for myself. So I can't see myself agreeing for this to happen to someone else. And so that's just my assumption. I'm not 100% true, but an apology definitely came from somewhere. Rachu said he had his sister trying to boost him up to say negative things. Right, Queen. Thank you so much, Lady Love. Lady Love said, hit that like button. The Queen Upper says, I agree, Raw Truth, because he had to apologize for it. Yes. Amber, thank you for coming through, Queen. Shout out to you, Mama. Shout out to everybody coming through. And shout out to Retta, because I was listening to her live as well when she was talking about it, and she said some very powerful things, similar to what I just mentioned. Like, we gotta do better. True Slayer, thank you for coming through, Queen. We gotta get to a point where we are not involving our loved ones in problematic situations, because once something is placed out there, it is no longer in our control how it comes back. And if we really care about our loved ones, we don't want to place them in that situation or that predicament. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what happened in that moment where, he was being gaslit into involving himself in this situation. And that is never okay, and nor is it fair to him, because he's coming in at a certain point of the story and wasn't necessarily there from the beginning, so he doesn't know the true in and outs. And they're siblings, so I'm pretty sure he can he can come to some type of assumption that Jeannie may not have played necessarily fair in this entire situation herself. And Raw True said, Upper, yes, I didn't get that vibe from him at all. Also, when he came back to apologize, his sister didn't like that, and she even muted the phone. Wow. So she muted the phone? Wow, y'all. Lady Love said, I'm sorry to me, Angie. She manipulated her brother to what she wanted him to know. Yes, she wanted him to know. And I can tell, like, she was being a little bit deceptive while trying to explain certain things to him. And I was just like, it's not fair that you would do that to your brother, because I have a brother and I'm not going to lie to him. And I'm not going to bring him into something that I feel is lightweight, right? Quote unquote, because that's what she stated, right? If it's lightweight, then let it be lightweight. There's no need for inclusion. And then say, well, I just wanted him to get a laugh, but to laugh at someone else's misery while somebody's being disrespected in such a form, it's not necessarily a laugh. It's quite sick, and he's probably not into doing something that sick. I don't get that from him either. Upper said, I peeped that Raw Truth. She did mute the phone. I can't believe she muted the phone, y'all. Upper says Kevin was trying to have a civilized conversation and get understanding with people whose motive was to just try to humiliate him. Much respect for Kevin, because when he came on that panel, he was able to, keep his composure, and basically state, you requested for a brother to come, and I am her brother, and I came. I was hurt when I seen Toya and OB, go live, because of course they was frustrated, and I hated that for them. But shout out to them though, because they stood on 10, because OB came in that chat too, y'all. OB came in the chat too, okay? Bennett says, it's not something serious, then I don't want to know. Facts. If it's not that serious, then why should I know? Why even involve me? You want to give off this perception, my brother's tough, my brother's tough, my brother's tough, and that's fine. He may or may not be. But why is it that you feel that is the need for the internet to know? It's not safe to have your family members and out like that, and say, well, they talk about my brother, they talk about my family. Well, you've been talking about their brother, you've been talking about this family. You know what I'm saying? You can't forget that in the moment where you feel like it's fair for you. You can't forget that. To me, he made Callie look like the fool he is. Lady Love, I swear, let me tell you, I think, honestly, nobody on that panel, I don't think even when Amora first did interviews with Callie, I don't think she ever believed Callie. You get what I'm saying? I don't think nobody believes Callie, y'all. I think that they was just doing it to pick. Because come on, Callie doesn't make any sense at all whatsoever. None. He doesn't make sense at all. Shout out to 72 people in the chat, y'all. Peace and blessings to all of y'all. To anyone who's trying to feel the vibe or see what's going on, I'm not against anyone. I'm not beefing with anyone. I'm just giving my perspective. If you have a different perspective, you are more than welcome to share your perspective. I am not against anybody's ideas, even if it's opposing to mine, okay? It is all respect and love this way. Even to the content creators, even if they disagree with what I'm saying, or if they feel as if, I'm wrong or anything like that, it is not a problem with any of them. That is not what I'm here for. What's the word? Thank you for coming through, Queen. I see I did have my schedule yesterday. I have it scheduled for yesterday and then I changed it. I do apologize and I do appreciate you for coming through. And what's the word says? I didn't like how her brother was asking Kevin all those questions about him being gay. And to me, I think that it didn't dawn on him that this was a serious situation. You get what I'm saying? I don't think that it dawned on him, because remember when they was on that channel, they backed out of it fast. He was like, look, I'm not a gangster no more. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it got real really fast. And he like, whoa, and that's what he wasn't expecting, because he wasn't pre-warned that this was something serious. Upper says Callie is clearly mentally disturbed. They wrong for exploiting him. Let me tell you, I think that he might have a mental cap or something, because I just don't know no grown man in a right mind or with the equivalent level of thinking skills as a normal man would be okay with being the basically the highlight of a story such as his. I almost got butt fucked by an NBA player and his house manager, y'all. And I'm gonna scream it to the mountaintops for the rest of my life. And let that be my legacy. And the main reason, just imagine, y'all. Okay, think about it like this: Callie walking with a cane, and he older, and he in his 70s and 80s, talking about, yeah, they tried to rape me. Like, come on, like, what is we doing? What V Bennett says, they just use Callie as a predicate to then be able to go at the Kevin family lifestyle or form a family. Exactly. And that's what he failed to realize. Like, he don't realize he being played. Just like Jeannie didn't realize she was being played by Amora. Because that whole time, Jeannie was worked up and called herself going in on Kevin. Amora was having a good time chuckling and just like a he. And see, y'all, we got to be mindful of people who will agree with our emotions only to see us get out of character or act and do things in something that we don't usually do. Those hyper uppers. You get what I'm saying? They hyping us up. Upper says, right, like your legacy is fruit, mushrooms, and peanut butter. Can't make this facts. Seriously, 50. The storm told Jeannie's aunt's house up, and she's still picking with Robert. She needs to be thankful the storm didn't tear her home down. Wow. Oh my goodness, y'all. And what's going on in Florida is just so bad. Terry King, thank you for coming through. Lady Love says, Upper, that man needs to be on medication. He sees Kevin with fire in his eyes and in the river. Y'all, let me tell y'all. And I might do it again. I might do another review on his video where he basically said when he was high on shrooms, he said that Kevin had looked like a god and his eyes was, just glowing, and his beard and everything. Y'all, I swear that's exactly how he looks at him. Beverly, thank you for coming through, Queen. It's just, the whole situation was sad because how do you ask for something and then back out of it within seconds? But either way, I am grateful for the apology that he made. That was real stand up. And I can't take that away because I think that it's just so much easier to take accountability for yourself. A lot of people have failed to do that. Take accountability for yourself. You can't continue to blame this family for how you feel right now. You can't continue to blame this family for what you feel like is treatment, and they owe you something and all this and that. They owe us nothing. They owe no one anything. They weren't deserving for what they received in the first place. Nobody is. Nobody is. I just couldn't even imagine if this was my own family that was going through something like this, and then to keep my sanity, Bennett says, I know somebody in Florida that was attacking Kevin for a year. Wonder how that's going now. Ooh, V. Let me tell you. And see, that's the crazy thing about it, because Callie was just into it with Brother Shaka. And Brother Shaka cleaned him up, of course, like we all would have known. If you guys don't know Brother Shaka, I would definitely share his channel. He speaks of enlightenment information as well. And he cleaned Callie up. Cleaned them. Okay? Beverly says, Queen, yes, I was in the bushes on Bree and Melissa live. How she's so saved now. And a lot of people need to stop using the Lord's name in vain, especially for it's a very serious thing for people who have that religious identity. It's not a joke, and you show yourself to be a hypocrite. I can't be going too well because Amora don't know them, right? And then Raw Truth, I'm back. I was listening on my AirPods, but Nat in the chat. But Callie is very weird to me. I honestly can't listen to him. And to be honest, when he gets on the panel and starts speaking, I leave. I don't listen, right? Because he. And I used to have it down to a T, y'all, but I haven't listened to Callie in a while. But what are you doing for the community? You notice how he'll say something about celebrities being a part of the Illuminati, but when it benefits him, it's a good thing. Like he highlighted how Steve Harvey was his cousin, or he highlighted how what's the rapper? You guys know the rapper. It starts with an L. Ludacris came to his children's school, and that was just something to promote. That's something so good. But as soon as it's another celebrity, or it's coming into this topic with Kevin, it's the Illuminati, and they do sacrifices and things like that. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to have this conversation with your cuz Steve Harvey and see what type of sacrificing he been doing. Okay, can we do that? Are we gonna do that? What dude goes to a party to take some mushroom and then blame someone else for being flat and on his face and grass giggling, right? And then say, well, you tried to blackmail me. No, you should have known your limit. You probably shouldn't have took the shroom, because you were the one rolling on the ground. You was outside. You were safe. And it's so crazy how you felt like somebody was going to do something to you, and you had nothing but space and opportunity while you were outside to walk away, and you didn't. I think Callie is weird as fuck, and he gives yes. Lady Love says, I lost respect for Amora, but that live reminded me why she has a childlike mind. I think that this right here, to me, this saga, it has shown me just how hurt our people are as a whole. Just how traumatized and affected we are. And people find so much fun in hurting each other. They find so much joy in taunting people. You have to be deeply, deeply damaged for that to be something that is so okay with you. I mean, in the beginning, it used to shock me, but she does it so much to where it's become like, you know, Bennett says he should have Googled mushrooms, right? But he's the one that asked, and that's the thing that he won't tell everybody. It was him that was requesting to have that moment. He wanted to try shrooms. He wanted to go on this spiritual journey, quote unquote. And Upper says, so basically he had a bad trip and never made it back. Upper, I don't know if you ever seen my videos, but I'll re-break it down if you want me to, because he speaks about this every time, right? And every time he speaks about it, the first thing he says, he gives a disclosure. He says that everything that I'm speaking about was a thought process in my mind while I was high, and I presumed that to be true. So basically, he's saying that nothing that he's talking about actually happened in reality. It only happened in his head. As a matter of fact, we can definitely go back on that video. Beverly said facts because she brings lies about God to other young humans, and Callie, Jeannie, Amora, Bree Hive, and any other platform made the last bag on this family. It's done. They want to get Nan big bag, Lord. Yes. But you know what we all have to understand is malicious victories are short-lived. They are not something that can be lasting. They're not something that, you can have forever. And they usually come with hard falls. So we always want to be humble, be mindful, and understand what we don't want done to us, we should not do to others. What's the word for today? I can't watch her, Lady Love, at all. I don't know what yells the loudest, Amora or Felicia. Oh goodness. I mean, hey, everybody has a place in their journey, and I just feel like this right here has shown, where a lot of people stand in their journey, and it makes me question if they'll ever get any further. Yes, it is terrible, like a sickness, Brother V. And Joanne, peace to you, Queen. Thank you for coming through, Queen Joanne. Um, Let me see. Queen Danny says, I'm still stuck on the fact he is still talking about it. The more he talks, the more it's clear to see he was high and paranoid. He was high and paranoid. And I think it freaked him out. He was scared. And it's okay to admit that. Some men feel like being scared is not a manly trait, but it actually is when you are able to, see and understand how you feel in moments, that's some grown-ish, and it freaks you out. It's something that you didn't, you probably shouldn't have experienced. There's nothing wrong with that. Just say that. Beverly, thank you for coming through. Queen says the Lord said it's over. They can cry, they pout, they can scream. God said they reaping what they sowing. And that is most definitely fact. But not only that, to be honest with you, those who have such hurtful behaviors, they most definitely already going through something. They already going through something. So what they reap is already happening to them. And they feel that this moment is a relief when it's only causing them to have to reap even harder. Jay probably already gone. Jay, shout out to Jay for coming through if Jay came through. Robin, thank you for coming through, Queen. Shout out to you. The word for today's harvest: what you reap, you then to sow it. You fin to sow it. You reap good, you gonna get good. You reap bad, it's on the way. Most definitely. What goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. And even if we aren't there to witness or to see it, doesn't necessarily mean that it did not happen. It all goes back to that question. If a tree falls in the middle of the forest, but it and no one's around to witness it, does it make it sound? Yes, it most definitely made a sound. It most definitely happened, you know. So yes, they will reapeth what they sow if. Let's see. Josephine, thank you for coming through, Queen. Thank you for coming through. Shout out to everybody in the chat. 87 people in the chat. Peace and blessings to everyone. Gloria Dent, yes. Jay is, oh, Jay. Oh, okay. That's Amora's husband. Okay. I I mean, it's crazy, y'all. It is literally insane. Um, it's something that I've never seen before. I've never seen this type of behavior from people before. And it really, I think I might have got a little past it, just a little bit, because with every trauma you become numb. But in the beginning, it hurt me so bad to just see, our people just being so destructive towards each other. You get what I'm saying? Like, what happened to the days where we could have opposing thoughts and we didn't necessarily have to hate each other for it? We didn't have to hurt each other for it. Now it's like, if you disagree with one another, they can only see themselves, their perspective is the only thing that's right. So if anything that you're saying is opposing to them, you're the worst enemy in the world. And we got to stop doing that to each other. We got to stop looking at people's lives and feeling like it's okay for us to judge them in such a harsh way. What kills me is the Bible told us not to judge nor lean not onto our own understanding. And everybody that speaks of God in this saga has done that very thing. Judged and leaned onto their own understanding. Lady Love, that's says that Angie, that's the man she's always yelling for, yet never answer. Right. It had to come back to me, y'all. Because what Dawn say, Jay! I remember that when Kevin was like, "Where's your husband? Go get your husband," because he wanted to speak with the husband. And I guess Amora said he wasn't there or whatever. She was calling for Jay. Veronica, thank you for coming through, Queen. Peace and blessings to everyone. Peace and blessings. And when I looked at Callie's video, and because I wanted to know what he was talking about. So, and Kevin had already done his breakdowns and given his side. And I wanted to look at what Callie was saying. And I went and I looked at what Callie was saying, and I was just like, huh? Like, is people actually taking on this story? Have they actually heard what he was saying? And then there's a lot of people who claim to be spiritual, who saying, oh yes, this is what's happening, it's true, and I believe it. And then they'll say, oh, Kevin and Robert, they acting like celebrities. Well, on the panel, on Jeannie's panel, they definitely were saying, oh, celebrities do that and all this and that. And so, in other words, you were categorizing him as a celebrity, because we had to remember he was working. He was an employee. He wasn't a celebrity, y'all. Peace and blessings to everyone. And when Callie said, in the beginning of his story, he says, Kevin was missing. So I thought that they did something to Kevin. I thought that they drowned him in the lake, because it's a lake out there, or they might have hung him on a tree, or, I thought that they were trying to get to Kevin. And then when Kevin came, because I was getting ready to give it to all of them, basically, that's what he was saying, talking about he was in their face, yo, where's my friend? And so when Kevin finally appeared, instead of saying, oh man, I might have been tripping because I'm high off shrooms, he says, where have you been? Like, he's still mad. And now he's mad at Kevin. And then he tells Kevin, take me to the bathroom. So instead of feeling like we're not safe, I don't feel safe, I thought they did something to you, let's go. You want to go to the bathroom. Okay, so you're in the bathroom and you are looking in the mirror and you are thinking to yourself, and you said the mirror told you. The mirror, your higher self was in the mirror, and the mirror told you that Dwight Howard is a celebrity and he is a part of the Illuminati and he can do things to you and get away with it, and he's going to try to sacrifice you. And so when you came out of the bathroom, you said, I'm going to confront him. So you went looking for Dwight. Dwight wasn't looking for you. You were looking for him. You found him in the kitchen. You stared at him angrily, like you were going to do something to you. Y'all, this is his description, literally. And then Dwight looked at him and said, oh, you just high. You tripping right now. You'll be okay. Tap. And then he says, and he tapped me on the shoulder and he walked out. He walked out. So that means that he wasn't trying to do nothing to you. You was just high. Okay. Chrissy, thank you for coming through, Queen. New to this channel. Hell, peace and blessings to everyone coming through. Ebony, shout out to you, Queen. Thank you for coming through, mama. And didn't know who took him to the bathroom. Yes, because when he came out the bathroom and after he confronted Dwight Howard, he went back to finding Kevin. And then he asked Kevin, he said, who was that took me to the bathroom, nigga? I know Kevin was like, what? And he had to repeat himself. He talking about, who was that took me to the bathroom, nigga? And Kevin was like, I took you. He was like, that wasn't you, because your soul was gone. And no, the first story he told, he said, because you looked like a god and you was glowing. And then the other story he told, he said, it looked like your soul was gone. Like he was a zombie. Grown woman status. Shout out to you coming through, Queen. And so after all of that, you know what this grown ass man decided to do? Peace and blessings to 102 of y'all in the building. Peace and blessings. You know what this grown man decided to do, y'all? Bless Queens. Thank you for coming through. Said you funny girl. I like your spirit. Thank you, Queen. Like minds, like minds. Hollywood her. Thank you for coming through. Shout out to y'all. This ninja crazy as hell. Y'all, I really gotta play that video back so y'all can see it yourself. It is crazy. Y'all know what he did after he called himself confronting Kevin because his soul was gone. He went back into that same house, laid flat on the couch, and put the pillow over his head. This is how he said. He said, so I went back in the house and I laid back down on the couch. That means you already was laying there. You never felt any threat. And you went right back to the same spot because you didn't feel no threat because you gangster, remember? You more gangster than Kev. And so you laid your gangster ass down on the couch and put the pillow over your face where you couldn't see if anybody was trying to do anything to you, you know, like sacrifice you for the Illuminati. Y'all, I swear. Latoya, thank you for coming through, Queen. Peace and blessings to you, mama. Evan said, OMG, I didn't even know you had a channel, Raw Truth told me. Yes, Queen, yes. Yes, he is crazy, Raw. Yes. What grown woman said, I call him Cauliflower Cali. Y'all, that's been his name. But let me tell you what, he tried to make up names for me all the time, y'all. Y'all should have seen the video. He did a video responding to me, and he says, this how he says it. Who does she think she is? She's an analyzer. She's gonna analyze me. And then he was so mad at me one day. He doing a review on a video talking about, and Angie, this bitch. He was so mad. He said, this bitch. Grown woman said it says, Angie, I've been bush watching you, boo, for a minute. I see you growing. Thank you so much, Queen. Thank you so much, y'all. I'm trying to grow in love and truth and everything. I appreciate all the support from everyone. I'm happy that we can make it around to this day, y'all, because the saga has so many ups and downs, and I know that I haven't had the best moments, so I am so appreciative of this moment. I'm really happy that everyone is here. Chrissy, thank you for coming through. And Robin, yes, thank you for coming through, Queen. Kevin Wesley in the building. Shout out to the bro. Kevin said, and notice I haven't tried to discourage Jeannie yet, but not once have I insulted her. Facts. Never once insulted her. And I think Todd even might have taken that into perspective as well. Like, hey, we're not playing a fair game here, And Carol, thank you for coming through, Queen. Thank you so much. And it has to get to that understanding, And I think that they just used the Cali story because they wanted to continue to, poke. After a certain point in time, y'all, we got to get to a point where we realize somebody's intent and we no longer allow it to hurt us within. And we see the intent for what it is. And this intent is not to get to truth or clarity. It's only to continue in chaos and drama. And so we got to be stronger, good spirited people, good soul people. Sometimes we can be heavy hearted when we see such discouraging things, but our spirits are strong, our spirits are tough, our spirits are able to endure what others cannot. And so we have to be wise and understand, because the deception, a deceiver is only to destroy. They only seek out to destroy, and we cannot allow ourselves to be destroyed. Not for the likings of them. They're not deserving of it. Blessed Queen, you right, Kevin. I noticed that, but stupid people are just that. Exactly. Chrissy said, most definitely, it was a bad trip and it seems like he's stuck in it. Yes. Upper said, that's a grown-ass man with a schoolgirl crush. Right. 3G, peace and blessings to you, Queen. Peace and blessings. Thank you all for subscribing and coming through. 118 in the building. Robin, thank you for coming through, Queen. Oh my goodness, y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support. Thank y'all for coming through. I said it before and I'll say it again. I am not against any opposing thoughts. Nobody has to be in hindrance of speaking their voices and how they feel about something. If you feel differently, let's speak on it. I'd rather speak on the differences than to just totally bash and ignore and fight away from differences, because it's the differences that bring us growth, right? Good morning, gorgeous. Thank you for coming through, Queen. V. Bennett said, Kelly had many internal issues he needs to work on. Yes, he does. Yes, Amber. Yes, it is. Yes, Queen. It's amazing to me. I get so nervous, y'all. I get so nervous, but I just appreciate so much of the love and support. It kind of keep me going a little bit. Ebony says, OMG, I said he sounds like a girl who got her heart broke. Yes, you laying on the couch with the pillow over your head, right? And then here come Kevin. Yo, bro, it's over. It's time to go home. He looking like, what? I didn't get raped? Oh my goodness, what is this? Like, why y'all ain't rape me? I wanted to get raped. Grown woman, yes, he called me to analyze it. Tell me she's going to analyze. Who are you to analyze? 3G, think up before she posted you. I fuck with the uppercut, baby. Yes, the intellectual babies. Thank you, Upper, so much for the support. Thank you so much, Upper. I really appreciate it, Queen. Kevin says, if he wasn't, let me scroll back up. It's going fast, y'all. Kevin says if he wasn't making the claim at the claim, I would believe he was stuck in the trip. The fact that he's accused me of 100 things proves he's a clout chasing liar. Facts. Because y'all, after that, the claims just started getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And it's like, good God. So he done did this. He done did that. He done did this too. Oh my God, he did that over there too. God damn, what else? Like, golly. At some point with all of these accusations, we gotta know that somebody is lying. Callie is lying. This don't make no sense. So you mean to tell me not only did Kevin step on an ant pile, but he also threw paintballs at a wall. He did some graffiti and on a fence. You know, like, good Lord, he did all of that. And how you was a witness to all of it. He just so happened to be a witness to all of it, y'all. He know everything that Kevin done did, y'all. And to me, that's stalker vibes and you lying. Thank you, Grown Woman Status. Grown Woman Status says, you see it, am. This is the Angie I love. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. You have no understanding how much I really appreciate it. Keep me humble. Keep me in the right space. I appreciate it. If you just coming in, please hit that like. Thank you, Queen. Thank you so much. Y'all hit that like button for me. V. Bennett says, yeah, he sound like he want to be in the Illuminati. He wanted to get raped, y'all. He is mad that ain't nobody tried to get his butt. That's what it is. Because it don't make no sense. What Rudder said, 8 years. You went 8 years talking about this man, and you just mad because he ain't want you. That's what it is. Kylie wanted to get. He wanted his butt to be taken from him. What's the word said? I think he mad because he didn't get. Yes. Grown Woman said it says, yo, Kevin did that DV live the other day and it was about Callie. I said, hell no. Good one, Kevin. Yes, because he thought he got away with it. He thought that nobody was going to realize what he said. And I'm just looking like, bruh, I can't believe this. You are an abuser, and you have victims who want to believe your story off the strength of them just not liking this family when they really need to be mad at you because what you did to your partners are so disturbing. You know what I'm saying? Chrissy, shout out to Chrissy in the building. I don't know if, I did see your comment, Queen. I did. Dimples, yes. Uses your channel, is doing really well. Much success to you, Queen. Yes, thank you so much, Queen. Thank you so much. I'm so nervous. I don't know. I'm nervous. Vivina said he would gladly out that baby oil and get mad if you don't pass him the bottle. Right. Like everybody's doing it but me. He thought he made it to one of them P. Diddy parties, y'all. Callie said, I'm on my way up, y'all. We coming up from the struggle. I'm going to be the sacrifice for my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and just give away the butt, you know what I'm saying, for the Illuminati. And me and my family going to be on the way up out the hood. You know what I'm saying? He thought that was his moment. When Annie said, and in the movie said, this is my moment. He was about to shine, y'all. Kevin Wesley, that man still on his trip. He's still on the trip, y'all. I think somebody need to go back and get him. They got to find that man wherever he at. He gone. Upper says, no problem, but the people still here because you talking with sense. Future heavy hitter. We see you, Angie. Thank you, Queen. Shout out to the upper echelon in the building. V says, yeah, cracking the sidewalk. Kevin Wesley. Grown Woman Status says, and he definitely is a pot smoking slut. Shout out to 2K. 2K said a pot smoking slut. Yes. And I've been loving 2K's commentary, y'all. He been amazing. You know, he tries to be fair. You know, he don't pick no sides. He don't go in on anybody. He even say, I'll go in on myself. You know, so people, you know, we got to respect that. We got to respect that, y'all. Bless. Kevin says, let's go through all the claims since the fruit accusation: touching a child, cross-dressing, scamming, using women with Jamie, exploiting my child. What exactly? Yes, Kevin, he came up with so many accusations. Now, me, I don't know about y'all, but I don't know too many criminals that would definitely do all of the above. It's you got, criminals that rob, or you got criminals that, sell, they still have their titles, right? No, Callie said Kevin do everything. Kevin do everything. I think that he's working so hard to try to destroy Kevin. He wants to give an accusation that can actually stick. And the fact that this one doesn't stick, I'm gonna try this one. And this one doesn't stick, so I'm gonna try this one. And then if nothing works, I'm gonna try all of them at the same time to see if it makes sense to anybody else, because it don't make sense to me either. But I'm not gonna say it because I'm the one throwing out the accusations. Oh, you know what I can't stand? When he says, you got explaining to do. And it's like, how Kevin got explaining to do when you the one that accused? You're the accuser. So that means you got to explain to us how you came up with this understanding. How you keep trying to place that on Kevin to do? Okay, so you accuse them of it. It's Kevin's job to not only prove himself innocent, but to also prove these accusations that you saying. Like, what? What are you talking about? Danny say he's still stuck in the cloud. Thanks. Yes, he been chasing behind Kevin for 30 years. Yes, Ebony, he been going for 30 years. Like, what is we doing? You gonna retire? Is you gonna retire saying, well, my career was to just chase Kevin around about his life and make up accusations about his life and try to see how many people I can get to stick to what I'm saying, and see if we can destroy him, see if I can destroy him. Like, it's like, what are you talking about? But yes, I like your spirit too. Yes, shout out to Amber for sharing. Okay, shout out. It's a hurricane. Kevin Wesley did it. Yes, V. Kevin did it. Kevin did everything, y'all. As long as Callie said Kevin did everything. The sky is blue. It's Kevin's fault. The grass is green and it grows all around and around. It's Kevin's fault. Thank you, Lady Love. Said like, share, and subscribe. Y'all come on through, show you girls some love. We do video breakdowns over here, y'all. Upper says he be like, Kevin think he's so smart. He think he dresses so nice. He thinks he's so buff. Like, nigga, why you studying this man so hard? Yes. Yes. Oh, you did. Oh, you reminded me too. When Todd and Jeannie was up there, Todd was like, I'm not gonna let you manipulate me. I was like, so Jeannie and Todd up here admitting that Kevin's smarter than them. Boy, that's nasty work. Whew! I hope y'all didn't miss that. just you. Thank you for coming through, Queen. Thank you for coming through. Thank you, Lady Love. You see me, Queen? Y'all, Lady Love. And I think Latoya, they were some of the main ones that stuck with me in the very beginning, y'all. I mean, I could hardly get a word out of my mouth. So, I thank you so much, Lady Love, for that right there. That means a lot to me. Lady Love been my day one since day one. Evan says, Angie, you sound so happy, OMG. This is a different side of you that I like. I love being happy, y'all. I really like vibing. I really like having conversations where, we can talk. Even if we disagree, we can talk and chill. Like, it doesn't have to be rah, 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 and angry all the time. It's all love over here. Everybody has their own individuality, their own thought process, So if you tell me, well, I don't like Kevin, I'm like, that's cool. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to always agree and we don't have to be enemies because we disagree. Let's all learn love. This saga has shown me that it's just so easy to be angry and have division. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that. My heart, I want to keep it pure. I want to keep it at a peaceful state. I want to stay happy. And the love that I have for this family, they're not deserving of having anger around them. So I'm not going to be angry. You know what I'm saying? Love is the ultimate weapon to destroy and conquer anything. And so that's what I have. Much love to y'all. Shout out to everybody. Grown woman status said, calm down, Angela. We family, baby. We all been around forever. Same people, same chats. You got it. Thank you so much, Queen. Thank you so much. Ross said he butt hurt because he didn't get his salad tossed. Thanks. Thank you, grown woman status, because we have been in this for a long time with each other, y'all, and we done had some ups and downs. But this moment right here, it kind of shows, this is what happens with family, and that to me means a lot, and I really do appreciate it. Bless Queen says, then always saying, y'all let that saga mess go, but soon as someone mentioned Kevin, there go Cali Flowers. He obsessed with Kevin and is loud. Thanks. He don't want nobody to let it go. He really think that his story is going to get something, done as far as taking Kevin down. And it's like, because he kept promoting his little fake channel, y'all, Kevin Wesley Exposed. Like we don't know that's your channel. It's your channel, Callie. Like, what? Like, I don't understand it. He really trying, but it's not going nowhere. It hasn't gone anywhere. It won't go anywhere. Even this moment too will pass. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Danny Queen. Thank you. Queen, I want to say Queen Sage 82. Thank you for coming through, Queen. Yes, and 2K gives a good male, unbiased perspective. Facts, he does. He likes to go based upon the truth. So, he give his jokes. He crack his jokes and everything like that. And I think that's what makes the story live. But he's not gonna come with deceit. He's not gonna come with lies. And if he makes a mistake, he's not too big to correct himself. Just like me, I've made corrections for myself as well. We all have to do that. It's integrity to tell the truth, and don't let nobody tell you anything different, because if they continue to give deception, if they continue to lie, then they'll only be hypocritical to demand integrity from you and not to require it from themselves. Queen Upper said, is everyone subscribed? If not, hit that button, y'all. Thanks. Hit the button. Come show your girl some love. Kevin says, right, Upper, this dude literally worried more about me than my wives. I've never seen someone so obsessed. Yo, this man literally made a song to Lacey. It's an insulting song, but you made a song to her. Like, how much time do you literally have in the community if you found time to do that? Like, something is like really wrong with this man. And he really, like, he's stalking Kevin. It's sad. It's been years. It's been years of all the things you could build your name on, your channel on. You choose to build your name on as the man who almost got butt fucked, according to his own words. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't do nothing about it but come to the internet. I want to tell the people. I got to tell the people. You're a grown man. I think anybody would have assumed what the problem was if you would have resolved it as if it was real. And the fact that you didn't try to do any realistic resolving for a situation like that, it makes me not only question your manhood, but it makes me question whether it is true or not. Okay. And then he doesn't have anything to base his facts off except for conspiracy theories. He doesn't have any evidence for the information that occurred for himself. You have no proof whatsoever. Everybody is just supposed to believe you because we're supposed to believe of conspiracies. And I'm not saying a lot of those conspiracies aren't true, but a lot of them make a lot more sense than yours. Yeah, strict no good clown Callie. Danny says, didn't he beat and belittle his own wife because of her weight? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And I started to feel like maybe he gets with women. Um, and trust me, she was very beautiful. But I think that he gets with women that he feels like he can degrade, and then mentally they become low within themselves, and so they don't necessarily fight too hard against his abuse, and I think that's wrong. And then he becomes physically abusive, and then he uses the excuse of their size and their upbringing as the reason why they should be able to handle him being so physically abusive. Y'all have to understand, Callie is not a small guy himself, you know what I'm saying? And so for him to think that it's okay for him to be physically aggressive towards a woman, whether they be big or small, something is wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? To have an excuse for that. That to me is sickening and disgusting. And for years, he never wanted to meet up with Kevin for years. And then all of a sudden, oh, you wanted to call the police? You wanted to call the police? No, that is 6 years later, after realizing that you never want to meet up. You didn't even want to jump on a panel until just recently, because they had to cut you off because you really wanted to tell them, oh, nah, he ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing. But when they cut you off and let him up there, you felt a little safer because you was nervous, because that didn't happen for a long time. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to meet up with him. You don't want to get anything resolved, not even in a wise like way. You get what I'm saying? But you'll run and say, he called the police on me. He called the police on me. You threaten the well-being of his newborn child and family. You know what I'm saying? There's limits. You get what I'm saying? And that was 6 years later. You never tried to meet up with him before? Never. Let me see. According to him, she fight like a man, right? And that's what she said. That's what he said. She fight like a man. She grew up with with male figures all around her, brothers and her dad, and she's a big woman herself. And I'm like, so these are the reasons as to why you feel justified in physically assaulting her until her face was unrecognizable in front of your daughter, the one that called the police, remember? Like this is your explanation, and everybody is supposed to say, oh, okay, well, that makes sense, Callie. Like, what are we doing? Toya in the building. Shout out to you, Queen. Thank you for coming through. Shout out to the Queen Toya, y'all, in the building. Grown woman status says a professional hater is his title and retirement date. Y'all, Toya went in on Callie, y'all. Oh my goodness. Toya went in. And Toya, I am so sorry that this is happening to y'all family. I really am. And you are not deserving of this, Queen. You are not. Let me see. Bennett says, Callie, what's your profession? I'm a Kevin Wesley Jack Ryder. Thanks. He gonna make a resume. That's what his resume gonna say as the title. Head Kevin Wesley Jack Ryder. Shout out to Queen Blue for coming through. Blue, shout out to you for coming through, mama. And then Kevin says, without me, no one would care about what he's doing online. That's why he keeps my name in his mouth to stay relevant. Facts. Nobody would even know this man. Nobody knows him. And most of the stuff that he's done has been it's actually been Kevin's work. And he's just been there to along the ride. You know, Kevin paid him to do little videos and come record certain events for him. But it was all Kevin's work that was being done. You know, like since they were no longer friends, and Kevin says, "What are you doing for the community?" Can anybody tell me what Callie has done for the community? Because the whole event that he tried to say he did wasn't even his. And not only that, but he says, oh, you put your Cash App up on social media, but Callie has placed his Cash App on social media too. So, tell me, what are you talking about at this point? Scamming the people. You are a scammer. You haven't done anything yourself. Everything that you've done, it's been somebody else's doing, and you're just trying to take on a piece of credit. V says Kevin Wesley made the earth and all the animals in 7 days. Kevin did it all in 7 days, y'all. 7 days. Lisa said, I just subscribed. Shout out to the queen. Thank you for subscribing, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. It is all peace, love over here. It is all love over here. We don't beef over here. We don't spread lies or negativity over here. We are always encouraging over here. Shout out to everybody in the building. Kevin, and we still don't care. He's just providing that side content. Yeah, at some point, I know, even though they just putting on the show and everything like that, I know when they get off, they like, well, this nigga Callie dumb. Like, he's stupid. Like, he really, and he feel like we believe this, and that's so sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, like this man really going around telling this kind of story. Patricia, thank you for coming through, queen. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all, we cracking in on Callie. Kevin said they be wilding with that manipulation stuff. I just be talking. Right. They keep trying to say that Kevin is manipulating y'all, but Kevin is not manipulating anything. To me, when you say something like that, you're already stating that the person is smarter than you. You're already acknowledging that he's smarter than me. So I'm scared about what he's going to say, because I don't want to look dumber than what I possibly already am looking like. So they'll say, you're not going to manipulate. He's a manipulator. And it's like, no, you feel intimidated by his intellect. Just say it. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Upper says they all are complimenting him while trying to insult him. Yes! While trying to insult him. Be like, Kevin. I be like, OMG. Yes. Always riding with you, Angie. Much love. Shout out to Lady Love in the building. Daddy said Kevin going to steal the show. They said, oh, he always trying to come over and take over the conversation. Just because it goes over your head doesn't mean that is what he is doing. If you can't understand something, and the crazy thing about it is, most of the time he's speaking in the most simplest form. And I think people aren't ready for it because they've already prepared themselves for a much more intellectual conversation. And so you've already rejected the conversation, assuming that he's going to come with an intellect that you cannot understand. And he hasn't done that to them. He hasn't. Honey Thomas, shout out to you, queen. Say, yeah, I was looking cross-eyed at you on that panel. I was that. That's not my Ange. Oh, honey. Shout out to you, queen. It's me right here, y'all. I'm right here with you. What's the word for the day? Queen says that girl, Nahimi, stopped doing commentary on it. Who's that? That name sounds so familiar, though. It does. Mary, shout out to you, queen. Thank you for coming through. Said upper echelon, that means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Shout out to all the love in the building. Toya says, thank you, Angie, and I appreciate your support and encouragement. No doubt, queen. No doubt. And thank you, because what this family has done, y'all, this family has shown strength. And I think to a lot of people, it's brung hope in a lot of aspects that, maybe the family hasn't even seen. But being able to stand, that speaks volumes. Because with so much going on, this is not a regular thing. This is not something that we see somebody just go through all the time. So we have to ask ourselves, would you personally be able to endure so much, and to have so much restraint and to have so much discipline and, so much courage to even continue? You know what I'm saying? To me, it speaks volumes in this family because they all individually have it, and then they have it as a unit, and a lot of people, they want to try so hard to find angles to hit to break that down. But this family shows time and time again that it ain't going it ain't gonna go down like that. That's not what's happening. And to me, that gets a lot of respect. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to this family. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to this family. Let's see. What's the word said? 2 years, chat to chat the chat. I'm tired, baby. Seems like I got a divorce. Facts, y'all. Can y'all believe it? Can y'all believe it? Like, we are all here at this point in moment in time because of a divorce. And see, this is how I always felt, especially in the beginning. Because our black men, our black brothers, to have an accusation like that, you've placed a target on his back. And so if it's not true, it's wrong. Because now people are going to look at him in the streets. Or what if he could have got charged? Or what if the police would have done harm to him? We would have lost yet another brother. You get what I'm saying? And that's not okay. It's not safe. It's not fair. And a lot of us women, y'all, we are the one that bear the children. We have boys that we bear. And if you are accepting to something that's happening like this to a fellow brother, then you cannot say anything if it happens to your very own seed. And I've heard a lot of stories in this saga, and we have a lot of mothers who have acknowledged how this has happened to their own sons. And it's not fair to say because he's a man, he should be able to endure or tolerate such harsh behavior. No, it's not okay, nor is it fair. It's not right that we would treat and ignore our brothers. Kevin and Robert are our brothers. And Toya and Dawn has every right as sisters to stand for them. And they stood strong too. A strong stance. Dolly, shout out to you, Queen. Dolly says, hey, everyone, I work late, so I'm just joining these YouTube streets. Did I miss a lot? Queen, you can always play the replay, but I don't think you missed. Well, we've been here for what, an hour? Almost an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, you got to play it back, Queen. Play it back, Queen. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. My Cash App. Oh, let me see, y'all. I always forget to do that. I always forget to do that, y'all. Let me see. Because it's not about the money for me, y'all. It really isn't. I saw what was happening to this family, and my heart couldn't take it. I saw Brother Kevin, and all the intellect that he's given on his channel, and my heart couldn't take it. When I first saw Toya's channel, and I saw the frustration and the anger and the hurt, I really just could not take it. I really could not take it. And it took me a long time to, speak my mind on my channel. I think when they started getting on Kevin real bad, I was livid. I had to get it off my chest. But I supported a lot of these content creators, watching them and, just, from my own angle, hoping that, they continue to stand, and because what they were doing to me was right, because they were standing against these false accusations, And I gained the courage to come out myself and, make a channel and speak my mind, because, Kevin Wesley, his information, it is helpful, it's insightful, and it has helped me. And, to see him and his family go through this, it wasn't deserving to me. It wasn't fair. It wasn't right, especially because it's not even true. April, thank you for coming through, Queen. If I'm missing anybody, y'all, please forgive me. Please forgive me. Every time he hear Kevin name, he running. He want to know. He want to be a part. Yes, that was me that acknowledged that I wasn't man enough, and I'm telling a lie, but I wasn't even man enough in my own fake story to stand up for myself. Rosalind, shout out to you, Queen. Let me see. Upper says, how he helping the community by telling a story about shrooms and fruit for 8 years straight? Exactly. What about that is helping the community, y'all? What about that is helping the community? Like, what did the community gain? Say, well, I'm trying to warn the people against against Kevin. Well, what is it they and talk about? Oh, he's scamming. Kevin not scamming. These people tried to steal money while Kevin was in the hospital, y'all. They were stealing money while Kevin was in the hospital. Can you believe that? Can you even imagine that you fighting for your life and people is stealing money from your people? That's crazy. This man was required to have tube feeding, and instead of him receiving tube feeding, you stole the money that his supporters was donating for his food. And they say, well, why you had to do two? Why did you had to come and ask 2 times? You know why? Because the first round was stolen. You know why? And I still need feeding. Like, it's crazy to me. And I even did a video breakdown, y'all, because they wanted to say, oh, that was a drainage tube, that wasn't a feeding tube, because it was in his stomach. And the level of ignorance that people have shown on the internet is just baffling, because you can go on the same YouTube and see the difference between a drainage tube and a unit and a feeding tube. You can have a drainage tube in your leg. It doesn't always have to go in your stomach. People aren't, they're not making sense. The difference between a drainage tube and a feeding tube that you can just see right off the bat is what is on the end of the tube. One has a bag that receives fluid from the body, and one has a tube that you place fluids within to go inside of the body. Y'all, it's just that simple. It's very simple. Rachu said, Angie, enjoyed your live, Queen. Looking forward to more content from you. Talk to you later. Shout out to you, Queen. Good night to you, beautiful. D, shout out to you, Queen, for coming through. Shout out. Shout out to everybody. Miss E, shout out, Queen. And then what does the upper says? He said he beat his wife so bad that the police arrested him just based on how she was looking. Facts. I said, are you serious? Is everybody hearing this? Is everybody listening? So he really messed her up. And this the man who they call, who they give credit. Yes, they call him Credible Queen. This man beat his girlfriend's face until she was unrecognizable. Unrecognizable. And then says that the police didn't even try, basically in so many words. So they didn't try to investigate anything just because of how bad she was looking. You went to jail. No, that's not how that worked. That's not how that worked. You went to jail because you beat her. You literally beat her. Kevin says he called Angie 30 bitches the day she came and picked him up, saying she was working with us to grape him. I'm like, this dude, wow. Yes, and in the video, y'all, he left her. He walking on the highway, recording the video. I'm looking like, are you serious? Are you serious? So you ran. You left your girl. What type of man is that? but you more stronger, and you're not as scared, and Kevin's scared and all this and that. You left your wife. How you do that? Well, your baby mama. Chrissy said the thing that worries me about this whole story, that people know he's obsessed with Kevin and they use Callie as bait to get the same story over and over again. Facts. If I was Callie, I mean, hopefully he would get to a point where he understand he just being used. But you know, he don't care. He don't care how stupid it makes him look. He just wants to do it because he don't like Kevin that bad. Like, it's real sad. He mad he wasn't raped, y'all. He real mad. Wait, he did this in front of his daughter? Yes. Remember, because he said that she's the one that called the police. So that means that she witnessed the entire situation. She witnessed you batter her mama like that. She witnessed that. That's what you did to her? That's what you would do to your child? Kevin said, let's not forget he called 911 that day and said he was being held hostage. Notice he never mentioned being held hostage anymore, but he swear he's never his lies never change. They constantly change. While breaking down his videos, I have witnessed so many changes in his story. It's sick. And it's like, okay, so today Callie has decided that this is how the story is going to go. When it's a new setting of people, he's going to decide that it goes differently. Okay, y'all? And he's changed the story so many times. Yes, you got to watch that live. Y'all, please watch Kevin live. He broke it down. His daughter was the one who called the police. Yes. Wise one, peace and blessings to you. Thank you for coming through. Everyone he worked with used to follow me. Yes, they were all supportive of Kevin and what he was doing and setting forth. And then because they was basically pocket watching, because they felt intimidated by Kevin's growth and determination, because they couldn't see what they saw in him necessarily in themselves. They decided to destroy it. They decided to click together and try to destroy it. But what they can't, and y'all, and I'm gonna just tell you what they can't stand is, with every year that has come, Kevin has gotten greater and greater. And guess what? They still at the bottom, hating. And that's it. Kevin said, if his videos went viral and paid him substantial income, he would quit his job to make content full time too. But he calls content creators lazy and won't get a job. Hater. Exactly. Cherie, shout out to you, Queen. Yes, he want to talk about content creators, but he be the main ones on their panels giving this bullshit ass story. SBA God, I'm an RH supporter. I support Kevin too. I love to see RH with his kids. He's a good father. Kevin always tries to be fair, and he breaks things down so you could understand it. Yes, Kevin is always trying to be fair. Always. And shout out to Brother Robert with his children. Beautiful daughters, beautiful grandbaby as well, y'all. Did y'all see that cute baby? Oh my goodness. So pretty and chunky. I love it, y'all. Beautiful babies. They have beautiful families, y'all, and it's a blessing in that, you know. And to just see people wanting to tear that down, like, that's insane to me. That's real sad. It's sad. Do Callie voice again one more time. Say, what are you doing for the community? What are you doing for the community? No, what he tell Kevin? Say, who was that walked me down that hallway, nigga? T9, shout out to you. Thank you for coming through. Angela, shout out to you, Queen. Thank you for coming through. All the love, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Kevin says he sounds like a 3-year-old with his name calling, K Diddy, Kitty Kitty, Peacock Head, etc. He thinks that makes me mad like I'm 3 years old because that makes him mad, y'all. When y'all was calling him cauliflower and things like that, y'all, he gets mad. So he anticipates the names that he picks for Kevin to make Kevin mad. But it only makes him look more gay. Like, Kitty, come on. Like, what is wrong with you? I Something is wrong with Cali, y'all. I think everybody done got doggone assume that whether you're on the opposition or whatever the case may be. I think except for those who don't want to just say it, they gotta think something wrong with the man. Upper says he be trying to break it down to a third grade level for them folks. He do. And they still don't get it. They be like, no, you trying to manipulate us. I be like, I would not admit to that. I would never admit to that. But they'd be the first one to say, yeah, Kev, come on up here. Come on up here. Soon as he get up, oh, y'all, he trying to manipulate us. Oh, Kevin, I got the brain juice flows running in there. It's itching inside their skull. They ain't been having it working all day, so they don't know what to do with it. Kevin says, I be trying to talk slow and small for them. I swear, I know it. What's the word? This family has shown resilience. They are strong. Yes, they are. Kevin Wesley, some people will never understand logic. No, because they choose to be mentally lazy. Everybody can be capable to to build and work on those muscles within the brain, but some people they feel as if it's easier to be mentally lazy when actually it takes more work. It takes more work to be mentally lazy than it does to actually utilize your brain. People have to come to that understanding for themselves, though. Grown woman status, facts, Angie. But in reality, what this family going through is regular everyday problems that families and siblings go through. Theirs is just on this evil internet on display. Facts. That's true. The internet to me, I think it's become a place, all the lame people that you will see out in reality and stuff like that, and they was just some lame, some goofy, you know what I'm saying? They done got shunned away to the internet. So now they on the internet being somebody that they always wanted to be and picking on people because they don't know how to communicate effectively because they done been battered and traumatized from being lame in their real life. So they up here on the internet just cutting up. Danny says, Kevin, when you was on Gene Panel, I wanted you to get down so bad. It was literally cringing because they were so ignorant. You can't argue with that. Yeah, you can't argue with them. That's facts. Danny, I be wanting to jump through the phone. I swear, I be looking at it like, oh my goodness, y'all. It's aggravating at times. I'm like, what in the world is wrong with these people? She kept saying Kevin ain't answered none of the questions. I'm like, he answered all of them, even multiple times. You peep that she came, her extra heavy old tail up. They were trying to rap like, girl, go sit down. Kevin was making your brother look stupid. That's all on you, man. And I don't have nothing against, anybody's perspective. I just say, let's not do anything with malicious intent. It's never cool. What we don't want done to ourselves, let's not allow ourselves to do it to others, regardless of what reasoning we may have. That's what the ego does. The ego finds reasons. But, your higher intellectual mind should say that just because you may feel justified does not make it right. Just because you see a profit does not make it right. You know what I'm saying? I cannot do to someone that I cannot do to myself. and so I won't, And we have to remember that even if they hurt us, or even if we, want to feel like they hurt us, you know what I'm saying? If it hurt you, you don't have to necessarily give it. And I understand the eye for an eye. You can give an eye for an eye, but do it your way. Don't do it in a way that, that demolishes your character. Do it in a way where it's handled to where, you can stand up and face yourself. I don't see how anybody can face themselves, having this nonsense going on with their name. Like, come on, y'all. Wisdom, peace, and blessings. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Yes, thank you so much. I hear that. Yes, yes, yes. Shout out to everybody. Shout out. Danny says, then it was a question Kevin asked that day. I can't remember what it was. And he going to say, oh, no, you got to ask me differently. I don't go that way. I was like, right. Like, they sound childish. He sounds childish. Oh, I'm so behind in the chat, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me skip down. Humble says, Angie, I have genuinely enjoyed your commentary since I've been subbed. I hope many blessings and much favor to you and your platform, and pray God keeps a hedge of protection surrounding your throne. Most definitely, Queen. Thank you. Thank you so much. Chrissy said the fruit had mildew on it. Shout out to Linda coming through. Queen Melanin, thank you for coming through. Thank you so much. That's your channel, Queen. Most definitely, y'all, please subscribe. Queen Melanin got a channel. I'm coming through. Queen April says, that's horrible. He's definitely an angel. Yes, y'all. I was behind in the chat, y'all. Oh my God. Let me skip, y'all. I'm sorry. Alexis, thank you for coming through, Queen. Shout out to the sisters, Amber and Alexis, y'all. Shout out for y'all coming through. I love it. Y'all, I'm trying to skip down some. So if I skip your comments, please forgive me. I want to get down back to the relevancy. Chatty Cathy in the building. Shout out to the beautiful queen, y'all. Shout out to Kathy in the building. Lysanda, peace to you, Queen. Thank you for coming through. All the love. I appreciate it. I think I done made it all the way down. JB, shout out to you. Thank you for coming through, baby. Shout out to everybody. Alexa says facts. I was like, you can't entertain illiterate people. They don't know better. Facts. Facts, y'all. Facts. I appreciate all the love and support, everybody. Y'all, y'all was lit tonight. Y'all came through and saw me. I really appreciate that. That really means a lot to me. Everybody wanted to stop through and, get a share of my perspective. Hattie, thank you for coming through, Queen. Thank you so much. And, my channel, I like to do a lot of breakdowns, but I was worried about doing breakdown videos with Amora and Jeannie channel because, the attacks, the filth, the anger, the aggression and everything, I hope they take deep breaths and calm down and realize, that none of that is worth it, y'all. Like, it's not worth it. You can feel and perceive things how you want, but you don't have to, set yourself out here to be seen in a light that's just not necessarily in favor of yourself. We don't have to do these things to each other. We don't have to do this to ourselves. It's not fair to ourselves to have that going on. Angela says, I love your personality and your laugh. I'm liking it here. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen. Do your breakdowns. Yes, Melanin. I'm going to start doing my breakdown videos again. And I like to do some of the breakdowns from Kevin's channel too, because Kevin really has a perspective, y'all, that is so clear, and we got to start looking at what he's saying. A lot of people, they automatically, they try to shun it because, they automatically feel like, and this is my perspective, I feel like because they feel like he's so intellectual that they automatically are assuming that they're not going to understand what he's saying. but you can't walk into the room with that. You can't walk into the chat with that. You have to listen. You know what I'm saying? And then you can hear with clarity what he's stating, because once he explains it, you know what I'm saying? You literally have the understanding, and then that way you can be like, oh yeah, Callie full of shit. Because that's literally what Callie is, full of shit. Lasana said, I'm just stopping by. I will be back, everyone. Have a great night. Thank you for coming through, Queen. Dolly said, most definitely. We're going to support you, Angie. I appreciate the love, y'all. I appreciate the love, y'all. I see everybody getting ready to go get some rest, or maybe somebody else done went live and everything like this. I'm definitely coming back live. What I have is I want to do a breakdown and do a refresher of some of the Callie information, especially with when Kevin broke down the domestic dispute that Callie had with his ex. But I want to break down the accusations that Callie was expressing about Kevin, because a lot of people probably haven't seen it. So I'm definitely going to do some new breakdowns on that so everybody else can get some more clarity. I'm also going to prove some of the videos of the accusations of scamming and, everything like that. I don't know if everybody recalls when Don actually broke down the genetic information that they had for their surgeries and the stomach cancer, and Kevin actually did a video on that as well. I'll go back and break those down again as well, so we can either get refreshers, or people who haven't truly heard the story, they can get the story of more clarity. And then I also want to break down some more videos that Kevin speaks of, because he speaks of enlightenment, and I love enlightenment. Caddy says, oh, I miss you, California breakdown. Yes, I'm ready and tuning in. We definitely about to tap into that, Queen. I promise. 2K going live at 9:05. Oh, so he going live, so he doing his intro thing right now. But I definitely, yes, Chatty Cathy, we definitely gonna do another breakdown for it. And then because I got multiple videos of him telling different stories, so I'll definitely do some breakdowns so everybody can see the inconsistencies as well. Chrissy, shout out to you, Queen. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. You was in the cut? Yes, Queen. Yes, Queen. Thank you so much. And to anybody on the replay, shout out to y'all. Thank you for the support and everything. It's all love. It's all love over here. And I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go, because if 2K going in, y'all, that's a good nightcap. You feel me? But I will be back. And Kev says, remember when Callie said I was going from panel to panel? Isn't he doing that? Yes, Kevin. He literally goes. See, this is the thing. He goes from one group of people to another group of people and spread the same lies with different forms of it, but the same lies, y'all. He's literally been doing that for years. Like, he chases Kevin around and go from different groups of people trying to see if he can get his story to stick. It never does. This right here is the saga. He decided to come into the saga, which he admitted on Jeannie's panel, is that he chose to come to the saga. And so he came over here trying to do that same thing, y'all, and it's crazy. Linda says Jeannie and that other flying monkey nasty Nate have no love for themselves. They old and used up and non-factors, so they hate others that's happy because they don't know how to be happy with themselves. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what did I tell people a couple of days ago? Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. When you see someone that can just continue to spew on hatred and hatred over and over, regardless of what justification they want to give, at some point we have to understand that it's within them, and it's not necessarily to improve or to become better. It's because they're hurt within themselves. So, talking about, oh, I'm not going to be up here too long. Hey, Chatty, please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. I'm going to try to give some more time. I've been trying to squeeze in. I done started going back into the career field and working school full time. So, we definitely about to get this in too. Kevin said, why would a victim of sexual assault give two shits if the person who hurt them is speaking about their own brother's situation 3 years later? He's a clout chaser, most definitely. And the sad thing about his clout chasing is he ain't profit nothing from it. You didn't even gain nothing from it. You see all these other content creators profiting off of their deceit, and Callie has profit nothing at all whatsoever. Nothing at all whatsoever. It baffles me. I'm just like, how can you do it? How can you do it? And then you say, I'm not in it for the money or the people. Then, I mean, what are you doing in your real life? Because, you investing too much time in something that's just not gonna go anywhere at all, and you're gaining nothing from it at all. Nothing at all. But shout out to Kevin Wesley for coming in the building. Shout out to Toya for coming in the building. Shout out to every last one of the content creators and subscribers. Shout out to every last one of y'all for coming through. It means a lot to me. It really does. It's the attention he wants. He lost his friend. Yeah, he lost Kevin, y'all. He acting like a sad puppy, y'all. He lost his best friend. He don't know what to do. Chatty said, reminds me of the needle on a record player that gets stuck on the album over and over and over and over and over and over and over. I mean, constantly. Like, how can you just continue? At some point, he got to look at himself and say, you know what? This sounds like a broken record. It's crazy how I just keep saying this thing over and over and over and over. Like, something is wrong with me. He ain't faced that yet. He ain't answered himself. Yes, Callie, a broken record. Y'all, I just couldn't. When I listened to it, I was like, I know he can't be serious. And I'm like, y'all, like, he's serious, y'all. He's serious. And that to me is like, it's just, I'm like, what? Like, he really serious? Like, this man real life serious. He wants the world to know that according to him, he was almost, he almost lost his butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he ain't did nothing but go to the internet and talk shit. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's literally what you did. That's it. That's it. That's all you did. I wouldn't want nobody to know that story if it was, especially if it was true. As a man, I would want to go take care of what I got to take care of and move on. He didn't do none of that. And guess what he said his reasoning for doing the internet is? He gonna speak on it forever, y'all, because the people gotta know that he basically a wimp, and he basically wants people to believe that he got punked out by somebody he felt like he had to protect. Make it make sense. Yeah, he did. Like, it sounds bad. Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. Kev, if see, the thing about it is, if he ain't regretting it already, if it goes any bigger, he definitely will, because people gonna start making fun of him, because that is just stupid. It's just stupid. People gonna start clowning him. He better be careful. Yeah, this like a damn decade span from what yes. It's like he just won't let it go. I don't know what to say about the man. It's real sad. At one moment you think that he like, okay, he can move on and let it go. He turned around and come back like all he had to do was he just needed some electrolytes or something. He just needed some more energy to come back and start anew. Like, I don't know, something wrong with the kid. But everybody, and this what he says, the universe be universe. And I'm looking like, yeah, it's definitely universe, and it's telling on you. It's telling on you. Because you can't see yourself, can you? You cannot see yourself, because if you could see yourself, you most definitely would not be doing this. And the fact that you is doing this lets me know you can't see yourself. You can't. Trinity said, I can't even eat the same meal too regularly. Exactly. Alone stay on the same topic. Elevate at some point. Yes. Yes. Elevate at some point. Rise, brother. Rise. Like, Lady Love said, Kevin, the other night was his wake up call. Notice he got very quiet at the end. He didn't say much. Y'all notice that? And he did drop down. He disappeared. I know he looking like these people laughing at me because they are. They laughing at him. I think, now this is just my idea. When they hopped off alive, Jeannie and Amora and Todd and maybe even Joffrey. I know Joffrey was working, but I know they was on the phone like, boy, this nigga Callie, boy, he's stupid. I could just envision them having that conversation like, why in the world he think we believe him? Oh, V. Venice said, yeah, when he was flat faced in the grass giggling was the universe, and hey, he definitely was spinning around. I believe he wants Kevin, but he knows Kevin is not gay. Y'all know, we all know Kevin ain't gay. They trying to spin that narrative like, come on, man. Kevin has been a stand-up man this whole time. You know what I'm saying? He has faced it. He has faced confrontation with I mean, just so easily. And, you know, he's been a man this whole time. Like, y'all can't take that away from him at all. Melanie says, Angie, I knew you was the shit. Shout out to your queen. You know, real recognize real always. V said, was the universe, and when he was beating his lady, maybe that's what he told the police, the universe be universe and officer. Right. Kevin said, that phrase is dumb as hell. The sun be sunning. The winter be wintering. What does that mean? Right. What does that mean? And no one questions the man that said a mirror spoke to him. A mirror. Exactly. And hey, I said I was going to do an interview with this mirror. I'm still trying to get in touch with the mirror, y'all. Because me and the mirror got to have a conversation as to what was really being said. I got to get the mirror side of the story. Because Callie might have been getting on the mirror nerves. So I need to know how the mirror feel about this entire situation, because that's the only person we ain't heard from in this situation. And I think it's not fair. We need to get in touch with the mirror. So if anybody run across the mirror, y'all let me know where they at and tell them I want to do an interview with them, okay? Yes, Callie is infatuated with Kevin. It's crazy. And I think he's been infatuated with him for a long time, to tell you the truth. If you look at some of that old videos, you could kind of see Callie, you know, kind of, you know, infatuated with Kevin. Facts. I can see it. When you say the universe be universe, and that means I'm guilty, officer. Facts. Melon related. Clearly, no debating. He even mentions, yes. Talking about, and they be stuffing their pants. Bruh, why is you looking? You a man. You not supposed to be saying any of that. If it's true or not, why are you saying it? Why are you pointing that out? Why are you looking at the man? Like, what is wrong with you? But you want us to believe that he gay and you ain't. You don't watch his hips. You watching if he's stuffing his pants. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, Kelly, at some point, like, bruh, you know, just, you know, you got to be real with yourself before you be real with anybody else. Hey, you ain't never got to tell me. It don't make me no never mind. But at least what's the saying goes? It says, this above all things, to thine own self be true. Callie, be true to yourself, baby. Do yourself some justice and be free. Lady Love says the way they was trying to spin it, Joffrey got off saying he had something to do. Callie was trying to say something. Joffrey said, man, I don't want to hear that. And he left. Yeah, because I know Callie wants to, you know, seem as if, you know, he might be on their side a little bit and all this and that. But at some point, the conversation should not be that interesting to a man at all. Exactly. How you know who's stuffing pants? What are you? Why are you looking? Exactly. What's the word? Kevin Wesley, he still does. He just don't know how to put it in perspective. He don't want to acknowledge it to himself that he just might be a little gay for kill. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if that's the case, it is what it is, bro. You've been showing it to the world already. You might as well be real with yourself first, and start acknowledging it to yourself that I might have been, kind of crushing on Kev, and the fact that I didn't, have that time or that opportunity, you know what I'm saying? I feel rejected. So, I'm just going on a bashing spree because, my inner self really, I would love to be, whatever. You got to be real with yourself, bro. Cause, it ain't too many men that's gonna enter into this conversation and look at you as if you making sense. They gonna end up telling you like, bruh, like you're not making no sense, bro. Kim says I took a picture showing my back development since I've been working out. Callie said he looked up images of male models with their backs turned to see if they do it like what the fuck? What? Kev, what? Baby, Kevin's wives are happy and love that for them. Stuff it right. Right. Like, why are you even paying attention to that? Like, what is the point? What are you trying to do? Okay, melanin related. They better quit playing. Period. Period. They better quit playing. But hey. I think that he need to be more concerned with how his woman in his life are feeling about his package and stop worrying about what Kevin got going on, what Robert got going on. That's insane to me. Ask my wives if I stuff my pants. They are so right. Like, bro, what's it to you? Like, what is it to you as a grown man? Why are you so concerned about what another grown man got going on if you ain't gay? If you not gay, why you care? Chatty says, not looking up male models. That nigga be yes. You looking up male models to see if they do the same thing? Why? First of all, see, that's another gay statement. Why are you looking up male models? Like, why you care? Why do you even care? You sitting here watching Kevin's stuff. Like, why is you watching his page? Why you even care if he taking pictures showing his babe? Why do you care about any of these things? Like, I know somebody close to him got to be asking, like, what is wrong with you, bro? Thou shalt not covet another man. Right. Thanks. Speak it, V. Speak it. Kevin says they tell lies that the closet people to me that he's a liar. He said I use Lacey for money, but she know you like facts. Come on now. You got look at it, y'all. You got Kevin, Lacey, and Jamie. All three of them are smart people. All three of them are most definitely smarter than Callie. Come on now. They smarter than a lot of these content creators. Let's just be real. Let's just be honest, okay? Trust me, you, okay? Trust me, you. None of them are using each other for any malicious intent at all. They're intellectual beings, okay? Honestly and truthfully, Callie is a child-minded man who took the place of his daddy. Remember, he was willing to fight the whole house because he couldn't find his friend. Yes. He couldn't find his friend. And he was paranoid, thinking that they did something to him. I don't know, but a part of me feels like Callie could possibly be regretting the fact that he's no longer friends with Kevin. Or he probably felt around that time that, he felt intimidated, or he felt like he wasn't a good enough person to be Kevin's friend. But I don't think Kevin was placing any judgment on Callie. It was Callie placing judgment on himself. And so, that's a reality that he might have to accept, he be saying my poly relationship fake. Boy, we laugh at you. Facts. But where is his marriage license? Callie covered Kevin's entire life and everything he has. Yes, everything. And I mean, he watches every move. Chatty says it should be illegal for a straight man to mention what's in another man's pants. Exactly. It should be. They smile in your face all the while. They want to take your place. Them backstabbers. Backstabbers. Facts. Kevin says, V Bennett, this man messaged me on Instagram because he loved my videos. He asked me to be his mentor and all. He was trying to be like me. Oh, and that's another thing that I wanted to say. You want to call Kevin gay, but you was the one that was in the DMs. Ain't that how y'all met? He was in your DMs. Another man DMs, but you want to call somebody gay. Right. I don't think nobody married him, Lady Love. Somebody married Cat. I don't think he ever been married. He wants to articulate like me and gets mad at me because he can't. This is facts. Yes. Yes. You was in the main DMs. You watch his hip shake. You watch if he stuff his pants. You look at his back pictures. You're concerned about his wives and their relationship with him. It's giving gay, it's giving gay. Shout out to the LGBTQ community. But, Callie, like, seriously, you could come out the closet now. Because at this point, girl, that nigga's still hot. That's all right. Callie said that was his ex-wife. I don't know if they were ever married. I can't confirm it. I'm not sure. But if he's saying that, we'll go with that. He said his lady won't marry him until he can afford a certain type of ceremony. You can't make this up. Wow. So he's not even man enough for the woman in his life and has the nerves to talk about another man in their relationship. That's crazy. But Chatty says, but what do we know, Angie? We're just pick me dumb bitches. Right. We just pick me dumb bitches, Chatty. You see how he do us with that ignorant mentality? He think that's, that will basically just tarnish our perspective. Like, nah, they just pick me some dumb bitches over there. They don't know what they're talking about at all. Nah, we know what we talking about. And everybody around knows what we talking about. Some people just not telling you. Or they just allowing you to go on with the nonsense. Some gay people at first are confused about their feelings. Yep. But Callie is giving gay vibes. Most definitely. Oh, Melanie, look at you. Look at you trying to, let's get it started, Melanie. Let's get it started. V said, it's hard watching a man discover himself publicly. Yes, because what he say all the time? Who is Callie? Who is Callie? I think he was confronting himself like, am I really into Kevin like I think I am? Because I think I am into Kevin. When I listen to Callie, how he talks about women, he sounds like he hates them. No, Melanie, I don't believe he should. Don't feed that mess. Kevin says, I'm going to look and see if I can find it. Oh, snap. I'm not going to instigate nothing, Kevin. Melanie, you got me up here acting up. We acting up, queen. Come on, let's come back. No, Melanie, I don't believe he should. Don't feed that. Thank you, Lady Love. You bringing us back. Bring me back. Y'all, let's behave. Okay? Look at it. Say he showed up at my events asking to work for me. He was like, I'm a cameraman. I can film you. Wow. And look what's happening. Y'all. Ooh, my content about to be fire. Go in, queen. He does the way he verbally assaulted his girl, and he's with a big girl now. Wow. Some gay men can be very violent towards women. Hey, you hitting something right there, bro. You hitting something right there. Most definitely, you hitting something right there. Most definitely. Especially the gay men who don't like that they are and are confused. They got that inner aggression, that inner anger towards themselves, trying to fight themselves. But counseling does wonders, and you don't have to be against yourself. You know, everybody can be prosperous on social media. We don't have to tear down one another to get the same results. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to um knock someone down in order to lift yourself up. You know, finding out who you are, figuring out what it is that you want to set forth on social media, do that. Do that. You know, you don't have, everybody doesn't have to like each other or necessarily get along, but we don't have to be, so driven into wanting to, take someone down or expose someone, or all of the chaos. Like, nobody has to do that. I might have indulged a little bit into some unnecessaries today, but yet and still, I'm human, not perfect. But let's all, regardless to whether we fall short or don't stop, continue to make effort towards growth. Like, you don't have to get online and come with deceitful topics, pick on a person, have lies about a person in order to create a platform or to get views or to have content. It doesn't have to be anything like this. The world and the society that we live out in, it's, life can be quite difficult all by itself. It doesn't need any help. And I think we all have personal moments within our lives that are difficult, and we don't want anybody to help make it worse for us. So don't help make it worse for someone else. It doesn't matter how you may perceive their life, whether you feel like it's better than yours or even if you feel like it's worse than yours. You don't have to help, to knock them down. Like, you don't have to participate in that. Take your channel and grow it into something that you like doing. I know Chief Cali likes to talk about Aboriginals. I know he likes to talk about, he has certain topics about religion and things like that. Whether you have one person viewing or 100 or 1,000 people viewing, stick true to what you want to talk about. And don't use this moment as a way to continue to build your platform, because it's not working and it's definitely not a good look, especially the gay men who don't like that. Well, yeah, I'm tweeting in the comments. I praise things. Peace and blessings to all of y'all. Shout out to all of y'all. I'm coming back. We're gonna go ahead and get into the breakdowns of his videos again, and we definitely gonna start discussing and breaking down some of the accusations, so we can, get a clear perspective for people who possibly didn't see it, So, all right. All right, y'all. Kevin, I was so mad at you for going on Nate's panel, but I guess I understand. And I say it all the time. And I can respect Kevin, his family, for, standing on that. My name follows me everywhere I go. I will defend it with my life. It is my name. That's all I have. Material possession you can never take with you, but your name, it lives to tell your story even after you. And if we don't defend our name, who will? So, and Kevin says, I have mixed thoughts about her marrying him, though. On one hand, I'm like, you can't even give your woman the ceremony, bro. I'm sure it's not that much. They got to get out of the mentality of even having certain things that they can't afford. If it's true love, you wouldn't even worry about the ceremony. Go get married. Go get the paperwork, go get the license, and do that. And then worry about, the ceremony later. A celebration of each other's lives does not have to be a specific moment. It can be every day. Every day. It's not hard. We choose to make it hard. You don't have to make it hard. But what you can't do is try to judge someone else and what they have going on that makes them happy. You know what I'm saying? tearing somebody else down just to make yourself feel better, because what you have in your head or in your mind is something that's supposed to be right, you can't even afford to do. So you knock someone else for doing what they can do. And Kevin has married 2 women. So Callie, hey, let's get it together, bro. On the other hand, I'm like, she has a couple kids and he's taking care of them. Why not marry him? But that's not my business. That's, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I if that is what's happening, I feel like I can commend for that. You know what I'm saying? Is that what's happening? You know, is that what is going on? But I don't know. I don't know if that's what he say going on. Then just do right by it. Make it complete. You know, I think that it'll be a beautiful thing. You know, you got to be truthful to yourself and man up and stop being so concerned about somebody else's life. Stop watching somebody else's gardening and not watering your own flowers. Let me see. This saga messy. It's real stuff going on in the real world. Most definitely. It's real things going on in the real world. But you have people wasting their times trying to destroy this family with a bunch of bullshit. It just don't make sense. There's so many other concerns that they could be having, but instead they concerned with somebody else and not with anything that has any logic to it. No sense at all. It says Jamie married me in front of our first apartment. Her mother married us. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. That's actually a wonderful story. It's those stories right there. And then you can look back in time and say, look how much we've grown. Look how much we've gained. You know, we got a story to tell. But you got most people who will say, I don't want to this and that. They don't want a story. They don't want to have a story where they grew together. They don't want that. They want to already have it. And that's the problem. You want to already be there. And the truth of the matter is you're not. But that's me, y'all. I'm definitely coming back, y'all. I think, you know what? I think I might come back. Give me Saturday. We're gonna do some middle day. Well, a lot of people like to go live on the weekends. I might try to go live again tomorrow because it be lit on the weekends, y'all. So I might be doing the weekdays. I'll be live again tomorrow, y'all. Peace and blessings, y'all. Everybody get some rest. And pure hearts. Meditate. Clear any aggression. And if you see where Angie went wrong today, don't hesitate to let me know so I can grow too. Peace, blessings, and love, y'all. Peace, blessings, and love. Kev, get some rest, bro. Get some rest, bro. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Much love to the fam. V, get some rest, bro. I know you in a different time zone, but shout out to you, V. Keep doing your thing, King. Peace to you, Chatty. Peace to everyone. Peace to you, Lady Love. Thank you so much, Queen.